In the coastal city of Rufisque, situated in the Dakar region of Senegal, working horses play an integral part of many people's daily lives. Taxi horses jostle for position on busy streets, their owners totally reliant on them to earn the money needed to support their families.
These horses are working all day long, from early in the morning till late at night. The horses are working hard for them to earn money to feed themselves. But a lot of people don't understand that maintaining your animal is going to be beneficial long term. So this is the thing that we need to break through. Education to horse owners and tradesmen, i.e. farriers.
Cart horses used for goods transportation work tirelessly to pull heavy loads through the city streets. When not working, the horses and their owners live in some of the most deprived areas of the city. Many horses show signs of this hard life. Sickness and injury are commonplace. The horse owners aren't cruel. They just lack the skills and knowledge to care for their animals. Since 2009, World Horse Welfare has been working in collaboration with the government and veterinary faculty of Senegal to teach local people the core skills needed to better care for the working horses in their communities. One of the key problems facing the hard-working Senegalese horses was a lack of adequate foot care. Some poor shoeing techniques were identified at an early stage by farrier trainer Mike Nuttall.
They don't fully understand the function of the foot or the limb, so they don't fully understand how to fit the shoe properly. So you're finding a lot of shoes are running short of the heels. They're burying themselves into the sole, causing sole bruising and a lot of heel pain. The other issue is injuries to fetlocks. The horse owners don't understand that they should keep the horses shod regularly. So you're finding a lot of risen clenches, twisted shoes that are causing brushing injuries all the time. So you're seeing a lot of fetlock wounds. And this is a sandy environment. So once they've opened up a wound, and you get some risk of a high infection rate through sand being very abrasive and dirt infiltrating the wound.
These sharp bits of metal protruding from the horse's hooves are something Mike sees all too regularly when visiting local horse-owning communities.
Yeah, maybe. You see this one here is very dangerous. See that there? Very dangerous. So you could take that out, you can easily pull that out now. Or maybe get the farrier to pull that out.
World Horse Welfare understood the desperate need for skilled farriers to serve the local communities and set up a training program, teaching local people this vital skill.
Each year we've been taking 10 students from different areas with the object of becoming self-sufficient. And we're putting a lot of emphasis into making them trainers themselves. So long term, they'll be the future of Senegal. The object of this exercise is to teach the Senegalese to teach themselves.
Now, 4 years on, 2 of the first farriers trained by the charity are being used as assistant trainers. The students are keen to help the horses and people in their community. Adama is one student who has gone on to train as an instructor.
Wow, mën naa cee wax lu bari sax ndax tey xamal nañ ñu loo xamante ne ni tey ñun xamuñu ko woon benn waaw xam nga ñun déjà am nañ bëgg-bëgg fas bi loolu suñu xol la neex ñun fu ñu romb tey gis fas buy souffrir rek lu ñuy def mooy jàppale borom fas bi ba fas bi loolu mu doon dund mu denc ci moom man loolu mooy sama objectif loolu moo nekk sama mission.
Adama completed the World Horse Welfare farrier training course 3 years ago. He now shares his knowledge and experience with new students, helping to teach them the skills needed to better care for horses' feet. However, training is just one of the tools needed to help the horses in Senegal.
Sustainability is important, so we've had to identify what tools they're using, how they can be replicated, if they can be bought. And there's no point coming into the town and giving them expensive tools that they can't replace. So we've got to pretty much work with what they have.
As well as tool sourcing and making, the students are taught both the theoretical and practical sides of farriery. They are taught about the anatomy of the horse and the core skills of shoe and nail making. Local cart horse owners are invited to bring their horses to the training centre. The students can practice their new skills and educate the owners at the same time. With the emphasis on sustainability, Mike brings local methods of foot care into the curriculum where required.
What we got here is a locally made towing knife, made by a local tradesman. And here we have a wooden mallet that was again made locally in the carpentry shop. And this is how they traditionally trim the foot in Senegal, as opposed to using imported nippers, which are very expensive and not obtainable in this country. It's a traditional style, and providing that the blade's kept really sharp, it's very effective, and you can get a good level, good smooth trim.
But it's not only feet problems that the World Horse Welfare Project identified.
This is caused by bad materials, like the nylons bag. They used to put it like breast collar, the nylon. That's the main cause of this. The material is very bad.
A former student from the World Horse Welfare Project in neighbouring country the Gambia, Gay, explains to horse owners practical changes they can make to prevent harness injuries on cart horses used to collect and distribute fish around Rufisque.
Because now we are giving them knowledge and skills to learn how to put this. We train them how to. The best material is leather and cotton. Those are the best materials. But now, maybe it's improving.
Sharing knowledge with horse-owning communities in Senegal is vitally important.
Community education is of utmost importance. That's the grassroots. They're the people that are actually ultimately deciding to take their horse to be cared for, whether it's veterinary care or farrier care. And so they have to fully understand, if you own a horse, it needs looking after. They have to understand if it has a wound, it needs treating. Without that knowledge and education, it's very difficult to improve the life of the animal. So community care is of utmost importance. And I honestly believe that the Senegalese will welcome the education. They want the knowledge, they just need someone to be able to offer it.
For this reason, it's important that the students understand how they play a pivotal role in helping shape the future for Senegalese horses and the families that rely on them.
So we've started with groups of farriers over the last 4 years, just supplying them with education, knowledge, tools, new skills, new methods, how to identify lamenesses, injuries and how to treat them. They're in turn hopefully encouraged to educate the horse owner. So when they see these problems, they can identify it immediately and then start to educate the horse owner. It will hopefully have a knock-on effect. These people tend to live in communities, quite closely knit, they work together. They will talk and pass information on to each other. It's going to be a long process. It's not going to be a quick fix by any means. It's going to take a long time, but the message is starting now to come through. We're getting a lot of support now from local authorities in the town. The mayor is backing the project, right the way up to the ministry. I've seen what we're doing and I've started to see the effects and the results, and I'm really enthused by it, and they're offering us all the support we need.
This support was in evidence when the Minister of Livestock and Animal Productions visited the project to see firsthand the work the students are doing to help the working horses of Senegal. During the visit, World Horse Welfare staff handed out desperately needed horse care packs to cart owners. Funded by donations, these care packs will help the owners provide essential daily care for their working horse. With the dedication of the students, the World Horse Welfare Project in Senegal is making a real difference to the lives of working horses in the region.
Wow, mi avancé bu baax sincèrement ndax ñuñ fi jot a formé kenn ku ci nekk boo demee ci li la formé ci ngay nekk dimbali fas yi tey luñ doon dund bu njëkk mi ngi wàññeeku bu baax a baax.
World Horse Welfare receives no government or lottery funding for projects like this one in Senegal. The charity is entirely funded by generous donations. If you'd like to directly help working horses like these in Senegal, please make a donation online.
We are now being able to measure results. Now we can see improvement in skills. We're seeing horses, ponies shod more comfortably. We're seeing much more understanding from horse owners. They can actually start to see a good job from a bad job, and the demand is slowly coming, slowly being created. That's got to be beneficial for everybody all round. So the future of Senegal I'm very much excited about this now. We have trained some very good tradesmen, some local people of showing some extremely good skills, and they want to pass it on. They don't want to keep that knowledge to themselves. They understand that the message has to be spread. So from now on, the ponies are going to be much more comfortable once we get this message out.